pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I.
This is Officer Christopher Dickey, and he doesn't like protesters.
Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest then.
You're not placing me under arrest. You have no right to ask for any.
Come here. All right. Taser.
On the 28th of July 2016, two protesters in Adams County, Colorado, named Joshua Condiote Wade and Eric Brandt, fashioned signs to express their displeasure with the police. They were protesting outside the county's Human Services building when someone called the police on them. That's when Officers Dickey and Sedgwick showed up to disperse these peaceful protesters.
I didn't get the memo on it. No. I thought I would have gotten like a calendar invite or something.
Well, it's every day.
Would you mind just lowering that for me? Would you mind lowering it for me? I don't want it used as a weapon against me, okay?
I'm not going to use it as a weapon.
Would you please lower it down for me?
You would do well to stay clear of me.
Okay. Gentlemen, we need to talk for a minute, okay? Here's the thing. Yes, you are.
Which crime specifically?
Trespassing.
Trespassing.
You have been asked to leave the property, okay? Right now you are trespassing. Perfectly. Awesome. I totally appreciate that.
That this is public property.
Actually, this is private property that you're on right now. It is.
Who owns it?
The Adams County government.
The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the is wrong with you people?
Sir?
No justice! No!
This bloke's screaming is quite literally breaking my headset. What the fuck?
Peace!
Keep an eye out all the way around, please. You've been asked to leave the property.
Yeah?
You are now committing trespassing, okay? That's all we're asking you to do, is to leave the property.
I need your card.
I will give you my information when we're done.
No, you're
Okay.
giving it to me now.
No, I will give it to you when we're done.
Before you take any
It's
official action.
it's Officer Dickey, right here.
That's what your thing
Badge
says.
number 2905. Okay?
So, Mr. Dickey, why are you removing
It's Officer
me from
Dickey.
public prop? No, it's Mr. Dickey.
I'm removing you from private property because you were asked to
not
leave
private
this property. Yes.
Do you see any posted signs? No, this is a building open to the public.
Did you-
It is
Eric Brandt was entirely correct. This was not private property they were protesting on, but that didn't matter to the officers. After receiving further threats, the protesters were forced to move to the sidewalk, another piece of public property. However, the officers refused to leave them alone.
no justice, no peace.
Gentlemen,
Fuck.
I need your
Please.
I need your ID, please, so I can write you a summons.
You will be willing to write me a summons?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I need your ID also, please, sir. Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest then.
You're not placing me under arrest.
Come
You
here.
have no right to ask for any.
Come here. All right. Taser. Got it. Go.
After chasing down, tasing, and attempting to arrest Condiote Wade for once again protesting on public property, Officer Dickey was stopped and given a much-needed reality check by his superior officer, Commander Mark Morgan.
He is under arrest. He's under arrest.
For what?
For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
On public property, dip.
Not
What the f is wrong with you?
When he's in front of the business, yelling f everybody.
You see this sign? It says
freedom of speech.
You want to know why? Because cops like you keep.
Relax.
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do,
For what?
so I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
It's not trespassing.
They kicked him out of the property.
You!
In a stunning show of complete transparency, both officers switched off their body cam audio as they discussed Officer Dickey's completely inappropriate behavior. All that was left was this cell phone footage of Officer Dickey getting humbled.
Trespassing and for. He was on the sidewalk. Public property, dip. What the f is wrong with you? You guys, relax. You need to relax. You see this sign? It says cop. You want to know why? Because cops like you keep because you keep doing like that.
The incident ended with no arrests or citations. However, the taser dart in Condioti Wade's arm had to be surgically removed at a hospital, leading to a successful lawsuit for $175,000. Officer Christopher Dickey had accumulated 5 complaints of excessive force over the years. After this event, he was fired from the department, only to be picked up and hired by the Elbert County Sheriff's Office shortly after. This is Sergeant William Major, and he's about to slam his boss on the hood of his car. It all went down on the 9th of November, 2023 in Bradley Beach, New Jersey. Sergeant William Major was responding to a DUI-related car crash when Police Chief Leonardo Guida showed up at the scene, allegedly drunk. He immediately began to impede the investigation, pulling Sergeant Major away to chastise him about his jacket.
Hey, Ron, just... Come on. I know. What? Yeah, what the f***'s wrong with you?
Billy,
Why would you do that to me?
Stop. Billy, stop. You got enough problems already. Please.
Okay.
Sergeant William Major was not fired for the physical altercation. Police Chief Guida, on the other hand, was suspended and put on administrative leave. An internal affairs investigation was carried out, and Guida was termed a hindrance to the very law enforcement agency he was entrusted to lead. He was retired shortly after. Our next case takes us to LaSalle County, Illinois, where police officer Samantha Holland cuffed and detained a young man for filming a building. The male in question was only identified as Chris, and on the 4th of July, 2019, he was standing outside. Was only identified
as Chris. I didn't get his last name. It's just Chris.
And on the 4th of July, 2019, he was standing outside a nursing home filming a video when he was approached by Officer Holland.
What is going on? Why are you recording the... Chris, stop. Why are you recording the nursing home? I'm speaking to you. I'm getting complaints about your actions. What is going on? Chris.
Please let me go.
No, I need to find out what's going on. You're upsetting the people who work here. So stop.
I'm gonna go.
I'm ordering you to stop. So stop.
I don't, you work for me, I don't work for you.
Well, I work for the public who called me here because of the actions.
Did I do anything illegal?
You're upsetting the people who live here.
Did I do anything illegal?
27 from 156. Can you assist? You need to stop, okay?
I'm gonna.
What is going on and why
is this illegal?
I want to know what's going on because you're upsetting these people. I want to know what you're doing.
Did I do anything illegal? I don't answer questions. Definitely not to you.
Disorderly conduct, Chris.
Disorderly conduct
You're
how?
alarming and disturbing the people who
Am
work
I
here.
allowed to photograph on the sidewalk or no?
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
Okay.
Chris?
Look,
I'm going to put you in handcuffs if you don't stop.
You can put me in handcuffs.
Okay, then stop.
No, you can put me in handcuffs. This isn't legal.
Stop.
This is not legal.
What are you doing?
This is not legal.
Chris?
This is not legal. I'm trying.
Okay,
I'm going about my
detaining
day.
you. I'm detaining you until I can find out what you're doing and why you're doing this.
This is
Put your
illegal.
cell phone down.
That's a Terry stop.
I'm detaining you.
That's a Terry stop.
Put your phone down.
That's a Terry stop.
A Terry stop, as established by the legal case Terry versus Ohio, permits an officer to stop and question persons upon reasonable suspicion that they might be engaged or about to be engaged in the commission of a crime. Chris was filming a building. As Officer Holland continued her investigation, Sergeant Stewart arrived on the scene.
Sergeant Stewart, I've detained him because he's walking what's going on and recording people who are inside of the user hall.
Why are you recording him inside?
And he will not give me that answer. He keeps
I
pulling away
I'm
from me.
definitely not answering questions to you guys, but
Okay, I'll hold him, go see if they'll sign a complaint for disorderly conduct.
this,
Why are you being that way, dude?
like what? Hey, can I not
You can.
photograph on the sidewalk?
They were concerned that you were photographing residents inside.
No, there wasn't.
You weren't.
No.
You just photographing
Look, all these blinds are closed, yeah?
along here. I don't know if they are or not.
Go look at them. All right.
Why wouldn't you stop when she asked you to?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Was I being detained?
Yes.
What crime was I suspected of committing?
You really want to go that route?
What crime
We're
was I
investigating somebody acting in a disorderly manner.
How?
You're video recording a nursing home and
But
you were upsetting the
photography
residents.
on the sidewalk.
We didn't know that. Don't we have to talk about it?
Photography on the sidewalk. Do
Okay.
I can answer questions to that? No, I don't.
Wow.
Do I?
Where'd you get your law degree, man?
Do I?
Well, if you just cooperated with her, you wouldn't be in handcuffs, right? That's what we got to get to the bottom of. Is there being a crime committed?
Silence is the consent for you to consistently rape.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Not a problem.
If I do not? What? Did I do anything illegal?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what Terry said. You have to come up to me and make consensual contact. Because, you know why? Because I did not do anything illegal.
Chris was right. He did not do anything illegal, but that simply did not matter to the officer who cuffed him.
Dude, I roll up. You're in cuffs. I'm trying to figure it out.
Illegal. This is not illegal.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, but you won't let us figure it
What I
out.
was doing was not illegal because
Okay.
I wasn't doing anything illegal.
So if you
do I have to
so if you jaywalk, you're not doing anything illegal because you say you don't do anything illegal. If you damage a vehicle, you don't do anything illegal.
Illegal.
Okay, but how do we know that you aren't doing something illegal because it got reported
So
that you were?
Assuming.
No, we got a report. We're not assuming.
You
We
got
were
a report
reported.
saying what?
That you were doing something illegal.
That I was. So you got a report. Yeah, this guy here is doing something illegal. Didn't say what though?
That you're videotaping the residents inside the nursing home.
No.
Okay.
No, there's nobody in there. And am I videotaping on their property or on the sidewalk?
Here's the thing. That's what we're trying to determine.
This is illegal. This is illegal right here.
No,
This is
you can be detained. It's not illegal.
I can't forcibly be detained when I.
You're not being forcibly detained.
Yes,
You're
I
being
am.
detained in handcuffs.
I'm being held here against my will. I am being held
Okay.
here against my will.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. You're being detained.
For what crime am I suspected of committing?
We already told you.
Videotaping on the sidewalk.
No,
Illegal detention.
no, that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Illegal detainment.
That's what you're saying you're doing.
Oh.
They said you were videotaping
So
residents
they made the
inside.
call.
Yes.
They made the call?
Yes.
Okay. If that's what you say.
There was no proof that the call came from inside the nursing home, and even though he was doing nothing more than filming the building on public property, Officer Holland decided to charge him with disorderly conduct anyway.
So what?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay.
Disorderly conduct?
Yes.
How? For what?
I already explained that to
What
you.
did I do? Disorderly.
Let's go.
What did I
What? Put him in the car and then we'll talk about what's going on with him.
What did I do disorderly?
Come on.
I got your phone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it still on record?
I don't know. Got anything illegal on you, though? Okay.
Wouldn't come out here and do this. I was on the legal line, sir. Hey, Nolan.
Anything in your pockets?
Yep. Hey, go to the police station.
Some money and cards.
So, what was disorderly?
We will talk about that once we get back.
Get back.
Yeah, get back to the police department.
Okay.
That's your phone, too?
So,
Okay. Go ahead and put him in there if you can.
Okay, let me make sure the door's unlocked.
All right.
Step back.
With Chris in the back of the patrol car and out of earshot, the sergeant decided to have an honest conversation with Officer Holland about her inappropriate actions.
Doing that they feel is disorderly.
I explained to them the situation, and they
Sam, what was he doing that was disorderly?
he was recording them in the windows,
The people
and he was walking by.
on this side too, or?
I don't know if it was that side, but when I came up, he was walking all along this way. He was recording the windows, he was recording the doors, he was recording everything. And I'm like, Chris, I need to talk to you about this complaint. He just keeps walking. I'm like, Chris, I need to talk to you about this complaint.
Who all seen him doing that? Were there residents in the windows?
I don't know if residents were in the windows, but we had a caller about it, and I need to get a hold of them and see where exactly they are.
So he's walking by videotaping the building?
Videotaping the building, he's like zooming in on the windows,
what-
zooming
that's-
in on the doors. I know.
It's
and
not illegal to do
so
that.
I explained to them what's going on, and they're like, oh my gosh, okay, I don't know what he's doing.
Okay,
It's
but
with
time out.
state.
That's not illegal to do that.
Okay.
So he's not acting in a disorderly manner if he's on the sidewalk walking by videotaping the outside of the building.
Okay.
That's the problem we have.
Yeah, and they were disturbed by his actions once they found out what was going on. So they were willing to sign it.
But how are they? They're disturbed that he's walking on the sidewalk videotaping?
They were concerned because they don't know his mental state. They don't know what he was doing. And I told him I can't.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, other than not obeying you, which is a no-no, which I mean, that is what it is. But as far as walking by with a video camera, I mean, I'm not. That's not something that.
They said
even
they
though they're
bothered by the actions that he was doing.
You could be bothered by a lot of things, Sam. I think this is something we need to send down to the state's attorney's office. As much as he's irritated you.
Oh no, he hasn't bothered me at all.
Oh, yeah.
He wouldn't stop, and he wouldn't.
I understand.
He wouldn't
But
stop. He kept pulling away.
But this
I'm
is.
like, Chris, you can't do that.
Yeah. Just,
Knowing full well the detainment was completely unnecessary and based on nothing, the sergeant decides to let Chris go.
we got 4
But first,
viewers left
he
to
tries
go.
to justify their actions.
I mean, even if it's their sidewalk, I mean, he's just videotaping the building. People videotape schools.
Oh yeah.
Is that alarming and disturbing? Yeah, I mean, it's something they're not used to, but, and yeah, he's a, but I mean, that beside the point. I mean.
Well, his actions didn't bother me. It was the fact that he wasn't stopping, and I'm trying to address the situation.
He's what we call in the military a crap house lawyer, okay?
Oh yeah.
He's one of these people. So he acts that way, and you know what? That's how he is. He's been raised that way. So we don't have enough to arrest him at this time. We detained him, which we were legally able to do.
Oh, absolutely.
We were within our justification to do so. However, I don't feel at this point we can send it down for them to review, but I don't think what he's doing is something that constitutes getting arrested. Okay? I'll explain it to him. You buckled up yourself, or she buckled you up? She buckled me. Safety first, right? Come on out. All right. I tell you, I got to get to the bottom of things. Right over here. Okay? I got to get to the bottom of things, and you throwing these, turn around. I'll talk to you with handcuffs off. And you're still being detained. Till I can explain.
Like how he fucking
Handcuffs off.
looked at him and pulled his hat up.
To the bottom of things, and you throwing these, turn around. I'll talk to you with handcuffs off. And you're still being detained. Till I can explain everything to you. Well, just stop. That's what you gotta do sometimes.
Well, I mean, that was clear. I feel like that was illegal.
No, it's not illegal. We can detain you, okay? That's the big difference. People read the internet and they watch movies and videos and they think that they can just say whatever they want and do whatever they want. Well, sometimes you have to confront the police and be talked to and say, hey, this is what I was doing. You get a hell of a lot further with sugar than you do with salt. Honestly, if you'd have just stopped and explained what you were doing, instead, you've got to have this whole, just let me talk. There would have been this whole production, okay? This whole production would have been eliminated. And what I would have said.
Chris was not arrested or issued any citations because he didn't break any laws.
911, what's your emergency?
Hey, it's Troyer.
What can I do for you?
I'm at 27th and Deidre in Tacoma in North End, about 2 blocks from my house, and I caught someone in my driveway who just threatened to kill me, and I blocked him in. He's here right now.
Okay. Go again with your address.
Well, my address is...
Okay.
And he's in some sort of gray car, and he was in my driveway, in my neighbor's driveway, and he knows who I am, and he threatened to kill me, and I got him blocked in at 27th and Deidre. I think his plate is...
That was the voice of Pierce County Sheriff Ed Troyer, calling the police on 24-year-old Cedric Altimer, a newspaper carrier who frequented his neighborhood. It was roughly 2 a.m. on the night of January 27, 2021, when Sheriff Troyer made the call claiming that his life was in danger, a call that prompted a massive police response, with nearly 40 police officers en route, some of them showing up with their guns drawn.
Hey, keep your hands where we can see them. Hands on the steering wheel.
Is that what you're coming over here for?
Yeah, that's why we're coming over here, okay?
I'm suspicious, huh?
No, because he called saying that...
I don't care what he calls for. He's following me.
Okay, we'll figure everything
out. Talk to him. I don't need you to figure out nothing. I am working.
We will figure everything.
I am working.
Okay.
I'm a black male in a white neighborhood, and I'm working.
That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it does.
No.
He's following me.
Okay. He's getting out of the way, okay?
Okay, he's still following me.
We will figure that out.
Yeah, get the f away from me. I don't care how many cops show up. He's following me. I don't give a f. carrier? Oh, you guys are some I swear to God, you guys are
Okay.
Stop reaching for stuff, dude. I'm not reaching for shit. And don't keep your hands on the steering wheel. My hands haven't moved off the steering wheel.
Okay, can I explain it?
No, I don't need nothing to be explained to me. I'm being followed. He called the cops. Congratulations.
Yes.
I'm coming to and from a house. Ooh, he's committing a crime. He's black.
No one's
He's
saying-
black.
Okay.
He's black.
I'm gonna explain.
Oh,
I'm gonna explain
I'm
why
doing
we're
my
here.
fucking paper route.
Okay, I understand that. I see all the papers in your car.
Yeah,
okay?
congratulations.
He just called saying that someone threatened his life. That's why we're here, okay?
Yeah, I threatened his life because I walked up to him and asked
Can
him
you
why
step-
he's following me.
You're not under arrest. Can you step out of the
I
car?
don't need to be under arrest. I don't. That's dumb.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna arrest me?
No, I'm not gonna. Come sit right here, okay?
Fuck, I'm
Sit-
working.
Sit on the bumper.
I'm
You got any weapons on you?
No, I don't got shit on me. I'm at work.
We're gonna dispatch you, okay?
Gosh,
All
I
right.
got a fucking knife in my car
That's fine. I don't care about what's in the car.
to cut my straps on my newspaper.
Okay.
Cedric was understandably very upset with the situation he was forced into. Not only was his night interrupted by a very real threat of violence, he was also being accused of threatening a police officer's life. An accusation, the officers would soon find out, was completely fabricated.
Nothing. We don't need nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, officer. What are we here for? What are we here for? Search my car. There's fucking newspapers. This is the second time this shit happened to me.
What's your first name, sir?
Cedric, all time.
Cedric? Okay, Cedric. Okay, we just got a call saying that
I'm in danger. Ooh, that's a fucking lie. Now what happens
That's
to
what
him?
we're here to figure
He's
out.
lying.
That's what we're here
He's
to figure
lying.
out, okay?
So what happens
So
to him?
Was there any
What happens to a liar?
We will figure that out.
To get 4
okay?
cops here. How many
We-
cops cars are here?
Cedric.
For a newspaper carrier?
Cedric.
I don't need to talk. This don't make no fucking sense. I'm not under arrest, right?
You're not under arrest.
Okay, I can go, right?
No, you're not free to go either.
Why
Stay
can't I
open.
go?
Because we're
I'm
trying
not
to
under
figure-
arrest. Who's a sergeant? Who's a sergeant
The
around
sergeant's on
here?
his way, okay?
Thank you. Please, I'm not under
Cedric.
arrest, right? I'm
Cedric.
going back to work, right?
No, you're not leaving right now, but you're not under arrest, okay? Do you want me to put you in handcuffs?
This is dumb.
Right now, I'm
Ooh,
just...
you're gonna put me in handcuffs for what?
Cedric.
Because I'm talking?
Right now, I'm just talking to you man to man, try to figure out what's going on, okay?
It's not a man-to-man conversation. We'll talk to him. The one's so in danger. He's
see
in
how-
danger. I got weapons.
Cedric.
I got weapons.
You see how calm
I'm
I
throw
am?
a fucking newspaper out.
You see how calm I am?
I pulled into his driveway. If I pulled into your driveway, I'm obviously your carrier.
Cedric. Just talk to me for a little bit, okay?
There's nothing to talk about.
Okay.
There's nothing to talk about.
Did you guys have any verbal altercation?
He's following me.
Okay.
I walked up to his car because he came around the block again for the 3rd time. I approached him. Why are you following me?
Okay.
Because I'm a black male in a white neighborhood? Oh, where are you at? I'm on the north end.
See,
Oh, you don't know where you're at? My wife is black. I don't care.
That's all we're trying to get to is what happened between you guys that made him call
I
us.
am working. I am driving a bucket and I'm in a nice neighborhood. I'm working. I'm over here every night. I see you guys every night. Nobody messes with me. But a car that sees a bucket in the neighborhood on the wrong side of the street, throwing a paper out the fucking window, he's suspicious.
Just like Cedric stated, he was working his delivery route when Sheriff Troyer started following him in his personal SUV. Cedric confronted the sheriff, asking why he was following him. Sheriff Troyer did not give him an answer or identify himself as law enforcement. Instead, he accused Cedric of being a porch pirate and made the fraudulent 911 call.
Threaten any sort of
No! What am I threatening for?
That's what
I feel threatened. I'm followed. Just because I walked up on him, I threatened him?
Did he make any threats to you?
Nobody made no threats.
Okay.
That's a lie. If I made a threat, I'll tell you, but I didn't. I didn't even go to him angry. I just wanted to know why he was following me.
That's
simple.
So, what this looks like is a big case of misunderstanding, okay? He thinks you're doing something, you think he's doing something, okay? It turns
Because
out
I didn't answer none of his questions, he says he's in danger. You're a sheriff. You're so in danger.
Cedric, stop, okay?
That's dumb as hell.
You're not going to help your cause getting out of here without him going to be pissed off, okay?
What, you're going to arrest me because he lied?
No, I'm just asking you to just not yell at him, okay? All right?
You see me pull up to how many houses? How many packages did I steal?
I know you're a paper delivery, okay? We pulled over so many paper delivery people because, yes, it is weird when we see them in the middle of the night going from house to house, and people always call you guys in, right? You always have cops drive by you. Sometimes you get pulled over, sometimes you don't. Once you realize, oh, you're just delivering papers, let you do your job, okay? obviously he didn't realize that you were doing the job, okay?
Papers, bags hanging in the window. How do you not see that? There's no tenants. I'm not hiding nothing. Front windows are clearly down.
Okay?
The officers eventually realized that Sheriff Troyer had fabricated an emergency, wasted police resources, and put a man's life in danger. They had no further reasons to hold Cedric.
I come out here 3 o'clock and never get with. I come out here at 1 o'clock, be early, try to hurry up and get home. I get with.
And that's when the people are out still?
I guess so.
I get it.
I guess I gotta wait until 3 o'clock every day. Sometimes I tell myself I don't want to be late.
Hopefully you don't have to do that. Hopefully you can get your stuff done when you need to get it done. But right now, we're just getting you guys decided to get it figured out. Do you have any idea why he said that he made threats?
Dude, I asked him if he was a cop. It was the first question I asked him, okay? I didn't make no threats. I'm not, like I said, I just want to know why he's following me. Okay. Like I said, we passed each other, okay, right?
Did he turn around and come?
Yeah, turned around, came back. Okay, so I pulled in right behind him, went to my house. And then I just know we ran into each other 3 times. He's obviously following me. I was walking back from my house and he was coming down the street, so I just came across and just asked him a couple questions. He rolled down the window. We had a conversation. It wasn't like it was, I got a gun on my car, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't stop following me.
You just asked why he's following you?
I got 5 kids. I'm not trying to go to jail. I already been in jail. It's not fun. Alright, thank you.
And can you, Cedric, can you not say anything as you drive past? Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually going back up.
That's perfect. Cedric Altheimer was not arrested or charged with anything. Sheriff Ed Troyer was charged with false reporting and making a false or misleading statement to a public servant. Even though he publicly admitted to lying on the 911 call, he was found not guilty. Cedric did, however, bring a civil rights